Hey everybody, so we're going to separate the soft top items that are differences from the hard top, with me wearing a blue shirt versus the rest of the video that's gray, where everything else is going to be all the same going together. So for the soft top mounting bracket, it's going to be this one. This one's a little bit different. The kits are going to come with the hard top and the soft top brackets, so that way if you want to switch between them, you can. It's just pulling a couple of bolts like you're going to pull the bolts anyways on the soft top itself. So what you're going to see is this is where we're going to pick up the two soft top mounting bolts, which are 13mm socket bolts. They're going to go right here. On the top, you're going to have two slots where the skin's going to sit on top of it, and you're going to put bolts down through it. So what you're going to do to switch between a soft top and a hard top is actually just switch out this bracket for the whole kit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bolts out, put this in loosely so you can see how it goes, and then set the skin on top of it, and that's where all the bolts go down. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I've already got these loose. You're just going to pull these out. Make sure, the helpful hint, put a rag here, because if you drop down in here, it's going to go down quite a ways. So kind of be careful with that. If you have to, put a finger behind it as you're pulling it out, so it doesn't drop in. You'll see that there's a couple of tabs here on the soft top mechanism. The bracket's going to sit above those. So I'm going to put a bolt in here just to help align it. It's going to go in. And I'm just going to put these in loosely. You can go up to it. We just want to be able to adjust up and down when we put the skins on. It's pretty much at its lowest point is what's going to be almost correct on it. Come over to the other side, locate your hole, put the bolt in. And this will be one of the last things that you tighten up, and then once it's tight, then the plastic cover that goes back on here on the left and the right side is going to be correct. So I'm going to pull this light out of the way so you can see it. So the holes are towards the back, not towards the front. That's a smaller gap here than what's in front of the first bolt hole. So with this in place like that, you take the skin and you set it in. You can see that there's a notch here that for this mechanism on the pivot point for the soft top. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of bolts just to line it up. And then what you do is you just put the two bolts down in here and do nut and washer. And that's all you have to do for the soft top. That's different than the hard top, is just this bracket. The skins are the same. They're made specifically to work with both. You're just going to have a different bracket. So the hard top bracket is a little bit deeper and sits more up against the body tub, where this mechanism won't be taking up space. So that's the difference on installing the soft top mounting bracket for the kit. Okay, so another soft top difference from a hard top is we've got these corners that would bolt onto the rear bolt here at the end of the side frame that would go right in just like this. If we had this prop rod out, it would go right there, but then you wouldn't be able to use the prop rod and your latch mechanism. So this is the one thing that you will not put on with having a soft top. This would go right here. The tail skin would come all the way over. We've got the older tail skin on this. We got the new one coming, but this is not able to be used with a soft top just because of the two latch points. But again, it doesn't matter, because once you get it all the way open and access to it, you'll be able to use it as normal. Okay, so on the soft top, when you get everything put together, you'll see that the crossbar sits down really tight, nice and tight on top of the Slipstream folding rear panel and the tail skin. You can reach in from underneath and you can pop, it's tight, the hook loose on both sides. Lift it up. Now, one of the questions we have is, will the folding top clear this bar so you can at least get the first fold up? It won't do two folds because the speakers are in the way for the height of what the folds would be for both tops. So what you have to do is, where this is kind of like normal, is you got to push it up a little bit higher to get it to clear and sit up just like that. You can see that this is nice and tight. Tailgate will close. You can ride with something tall in the backside here, or, you know, for how you need to use it. But this is working with the soft top crossbar. So again, push it, release it, push it up, pull the top down, put your pins in. If you don't have the rear panel on, just lift up on them, push them down, because it is right tight against it. And then you can see that with the tailgate in place, tail skin in place, this closes nice and tight. So this is the whole back end. If you come around here, you'll see that how tight this is with the system in place. You can see the tail skin coming under your crossbar, and that's going to go right in this spot here. Make sure you keep the rubber on there to help protect it so you don't have a chance of doing metal on metal. But that's the Slipstream working with the full soft top.